When we make decisions about our bodies, it is called consent. Consent means giving permission for some things to happen. Everyone has the right to consent. We hear about consent a lot when we talk about sexual activities, but consent is very important in all aspects of our lives. We get to make decisions when, where, how, and whom we consent to activities with.
Hey, do you want to watch this movie together?
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
People don't always show consent through their words. Just because somebody says yes does not mean they're okay with it. It's always important to pay attention to body language and their facial expressions when asking for consent.
It's cold in here. Can I share your blanket?
I guess so.
That's alright. I could find my own blanket.
Okay, I prefer that.
If you're drunk or high, you're not in your best state of mind. A person must be sober to consent.
Hey, you wanna hang out? I'm having such a fun time. Really enjoying it. Come in a half an hour. I really love it.
Have you been drinking? You sound like you've been drinking. You sound kind of drunk. I don't think that's a good idea for us to hang out if you're trying to hook up with me. We should both be sober.
Okay. I think you're right. I am drunk. We should hang out tomorrow. Bye.
You also can't get consent from someone who is unconscious. They must be awake to consent.
Hey, do you mind if I borrow this? Radical. Thanks. Actually, I'll ask you again when you're awake.
Just because you agree to something once doesn't mean you agree forever. You could change your mind. Having a boyfriend, girlfriend, or spouse does not mean always having their consent. We must still get consent every time.
Would it be okay if we hold hands?
Sure, I like that. You know, I'm not so comfortable about that holding hands.
That's okay. Maybe we could hold hands another time.
I'm not so sure about that.
Oh. Alright.
People like our bosses, support workers, our doctors cannot use their power to get consent.
Oh, hey, boss.
Come on, what's the problem?
This is not okay. I'm just trying to do my work here. Nothing else.
I'm sorry, I should have done that. Should have asked permission first.
Yeah, you're my boss, and this is not appropriate.
So what do we do if somebody touches us without our consent? You should tell somebody you trust or talk to the police. Remember, if somebody touches you without your consent, it is not your fault. Consent is the best way to have fun and have a good time.